If you are a US citizen or green card holder living abroad and you missed years of filing your taxes or FBARs, the IRS has a path for you to come clean without facing catastrophic fines. It's called the Streamlined Foreign Offshore Procedures. But to get this relief, you have to submit Form 14653. Inside this form sits the narrative statement of non-willfulness. This isn't just a cover letter or a bureaucratic formality. It is a legal argument signed under penalties of perjury. It is often the single most critical document in your entire submission. Get it right and you walk away penalty free. Get it wrong and the IRS can reject your submission, audit you, and hit you with willful penalties that can devour up to 50% of your foreign bank accounts. Today, we're breaking down exactly what the IRS looks for in a defensible narrative statement and the fatal mistakes that cause self-drafted statements to fail. To understand what goes into the narrative, you have to understand the specific legal definition of non-willful. The IRS defines it as conduct due to negligence, inadvertence, or mistake, or a good faith misunderstanding of the requirements of the law. In plain terms, you must prove that you did not intentionally violate a known legal duty. The IRS reviewers are human and they do not expect perfection, but they do demand credibility. A statement that simply says, "I didn't know I had to file, sorry," will be rejected immediately. Instead, your narrative must be fact-specific, internally consistent, and highly plausible based on your professional and financial background. The IRS will evaluate your submission under totality of the circumstances test. They look at your entire financial profile, not just a single missed form. A legally defensible narrative statement generally follows a highly structured four-part framework. The information on this video is for general informational and educational purposes only, not a legal, financial, or tax advice. Seek professional help for your specific situation. Part 1. Your background and profile. You need to explain who you are. When did you move abroad? What is your level of financial sophistication? If you have an advanced degree in finance, you are held to a different standard than someone with no business background. Part 2. The origin of the funds. Clearly state when and how the foreign accounts were opened. Were they simply everyday checking accounts used to pay local rent? Was it a local retirement fund or a family inheritance? Part 3. Your specific misunderstandings. You need to explain why you didn't file. Did you believe that because you paid local taxes in your country of residence, you didn't owe anything to the US? Or did you rely on a local accountant who wasn't trained in US international tax rules? Part 4: The Discovery and Corrective Action. Explain how you finally learned about your obligations. Did you read an article? Did your bank send you a FATCA letter? Crucially, show that once you became aware of the mistake, you took prompt, honest action to fix it. When taxpayers try to draft their own statements on Form 14653, they almost always make one of three fatal errors. Mistake number 1: accidentally admitting recklessness. Taxpayers often write things like, "I assumed the rules didn't apply to me, so I never looked into it." To you, that sounds like an honest mistake. To an IRS examiner, that is the literal definition of reckless disregard or willful blindness, which instantly disqualifies you from the program. Mistake number 2: leaving out negative facts. If you receive a compliance warning or FATCA letter from your foreign bank, or if you check no on Schedule B of a past return, you cannot just omit it. The IRS may already have this information from your bank. Leaving it out makes your narrative look evasive and destroys your credibility. You must address unfavorable facts head on and give them proper context. Mistake number 3: creating inconsistencies. Your narrative statement must perfectly align with the data on your amended tax returns and FBARs. If your statement says you only had one minor savings account, but your FBARs show transactional activity across 5 corporate accounts, the reviewer will flag the contradiction. At the end of the day, your narrative on Form 14653 is not just a personal story. It is a formal legal defense. Once submitted, it becomes part of your federal record and cannot be easily withdrawn. Because the line between negligence and recklessness can be incredibly thin under US tax law, you shouldn't guess your way through it. Before you sign your name under penalty of perjury, it is highly recommended that you seek professional help with qualified tax professionals. If your circumstances is within the borderline of recklessness, an experienced international tax attorney can help you spot gray area risk, fix careless phrasing, and ensure your submission safely withstands IRS scrutiny. If you need help with your US tax filing requirements, book a clarity call today. Email us at hello@usautax.com.